Pavencies is P1. Bitumizos is P3. Dotsamauchos from Greece is P4. Diego Arunduran is 5th. Agelos Magoroulis is 5th. Agelos Magoroulis lost 6th to Iliasiapis. Agelos Magoroulis lost 7th to A. Kalageropoulos. D. Dotsamauchos is P3. Diego Arunduran is P6. Algerius from Greece is P11. Algerius is now 10. Manuel GR from Greece is P12, 0.3 behind Lazaros Sabates. Andreas Marcinis from Greece is P14, 0.3 behind George Vassoulis. Calcium Source is 4th, 0.3 behind Bitumizos. Calcium Source passed Bitumizos for P3. Bitumizos is P4, 0.3 ahead of Iliasiapis. Iliasiapis on lap 2 is 5th, 0.2 behind Bitumizos. Iliasiapis passed Bitumizos for 4th. Bitumizos is P5, 0.1 behind Iliasiapis. Diego Arunduran is P6, 0.3 behind Bitumizos. George Vassoulis from Greece is P14, 0.4 behind Andreas Marcinis. Microsamos from Italy is 16. Agelos Magoroulis is 17, 0.1 behind Microsamos. Microsamos is P17, 0.1 behind Agelos Magoroulis. Able exiting pits. Algerius is 9, 0.1 behind Lazaros Papanikos. Algerius passed Lazaros Papanikos for 8. Andreas Marcinez is P13, 0.4 behind Lazaros Savides. Ilias Iapis from Greece is P4, 0.4 behind D. Dotsamauchos. Diego Aranguren is P6, 0.4 behind B. Tumazos. Vasilis Pernixis from Greece is 7, 0.4 behind Diego Aranguren. Andreas Marcinez is 13, 0.4 behind Lazaros Savides. A. Kologeropoulos on lap 4 is 15, 0.4 behind George Basoulis. Vasilis Pernixis is 6, 0.5 behind B. Tumazos. A. Kologeropoulos is 15, 0.2 behind George Basoulis. Lazaros Savides from Greece is 13, 0.5 behind Andreas Marcinez. A. Kologeropoulos is P15, 0.2 behind George Basoulis. Vasilis Pernixis is P6, 0.2 ahead of Diego Aranguren. Diego Aranguren on lap 5 is 7th, 0.2 behind Vasilis Pernixis. Diego Aranguren is now P6. B. Tumazos is P7. B. Tumazos lost 7th to Algerias. Lazaros Papanikos from Greece is 9, 0.3 behind B. Tumazos. Nick Rosamos from Italy is 18th battling Mr. Yoda. Algerias is 7th. Tumazos is P8, 0.5 ahead of Lazaros Papanikos. Lazaros Papanikos is P9, 0.1 behind B. Tumazos. Lazaros Papanikos passed B. Tumazos for 8th. George Basoulis is 15. Andreas Marcinez is 12, 0.4 behind Madwulf GR. George Fasoulis from Greece is 15, 0.4 behind Lazaros Savadis. Algerius is P7, 0.5 behind Diego Aranguren. A Kalogeropoulos is 13, 0.5 behind Andreas Marcinez. Agelos Megaoulis is P16, 0.3 behind George Fasoulis. Algerius on lap 8 is 7, 0.4 behind Diego Aranguren. Lazaros Savadis is P15. Lazaros Savadis passed Agelos Megaoulis for P14. Agelos Megaoulis is 15, 0.2 ahead of George Fasoulis. George Fasoulis is 16, 0.4 behind Agelos Megaoulis. George Fasoulis passed Lazaros Savadis for P14. Algerius is P7, 0.4 behind Diego Aranguren. Agelos Megaoulis is 16, 0.5 behind Lazaros Savadis. K.Bev out as entering the pits is 12. Algerius is P7, 0.5 behind Diego Aranguren. Agelos Megaoulis is P15, 0.5 behind Lazaros Savadis. Algerius is P7, 0.4 behind Diego Aranguren. K.Bev out as exiting pits. Algerius passed Diego Aranguren for 6th. Diego Aranguren is P7, 0.5 ahead of Vitumizos. Vitumizos is P8, 0.4 behind Diego Aranguren. Vitumizos passed Diego Aranguren for 7th. Diego Aranguren is P8. Agelos Megaoulis is P14, 1.3 ahead of Lazaros Savadis. Agelos Megaoulis is now P12. Lazaros Papanikos is P14. Lazaros Papanikos exiting pits. Diego Aranguren exiting pits. Lazaros Papanikos is now 14. A Kalogeropoulos is P9, 0.8 behind Andreas Marcinez. Microsamos on lap 10 is 18, 0.4 behind K. Bemoudas. Microsamos passed K. Bemoudas for 17. Alturius entering the pits is 7. A. Kologeropoulos is P9, 0.3 behind Andreas Marcinez. A. Kologeropoulos is now P8. Lazaros Papanikos on lap 10 is P15, 0.3 behind Mr. Yoda. A. Kologeropoulos is 8, 0.4 behind Andreas Marcinez. K. Bemoudas from Greece is 18, 0.3 behind Microsamos. Microsamos was 233.3 faster last lap. Alturius exiting pits. Lazaros Papanikos is P14, 0.5 behind Mr. Yoda. Microsamos is 18, 0.5 behind K. Bemoudas. A. Kologeropoulos is P8, 0.4 behind Andreas Marcinez. A. Kologeropoulos is now 7. Ilias Iapis on lap 11 is 9, 0.4 behind Matt Wolf Gr. Ilias Iapis exiting pits. Ilias Iapis lost P9 to George Fazoulis. Lazaros Papanikos is P14, 0.5 behind Mr. Yoda. A. Kologeropoulos is 7, 0.5 behind Andreas Marcinez. Lazaros Papanikos is 14, 0.2 behind Mr. Yoda. Mr. Yoda from Greece is P14. Mr. Yoda lost P14 to Diego Arunguren. Giannis Papavensis is P5. Giannis Papavensis exiting pits. A. Kologeropoulos is 7, 0.4 behind Andreas Marcinez. Tumazos is 4th, 0.4 behind Vasilis Pernitsis. Tumazos passed Vasilis Pernitsis for 3rd. Vasilis Pernitsis is 4th, 0.3 behind Tumazos. Calcium source is P1. A. Kologeropoulos is 7th, 0.6 behind Andreas Marcinez. Agelos Magoulis exiting pits. Vasilis Pernitsis is P3, 0.5 behind B Tumazos. Calcium source exiting pits. A Kologeropoulos from Greece is P6, 0.9 behind Andreas Marcinez. Ilias Iapis is P10, 1.2 behind George Fazoulis. A Kologeropoulos is 6th, 0.5 behind Andreas Marcinez. George Fazoulis from Greece is 10th, 0.4 behind Ilias Iapis. A Kologeropoulos is P6, 0.2 behind Andreas Marcinez. Madwulf GR is P10, 4.3 ahead of Lazaros Savadis. Agelos Magoulis is P17. A Kologeropoulos is 6th, 0.1 behind Andreas Marcinez. Madwulf GR exiting pits. Nikrosamos is 18. Agelos Magoulis from Greece is 17th, 1.4 behind Madwulf GR. B Tumazos exiting pits. B Tumazos is 9, 3.3 ahead of Lazaros Savadis. Agelos Magoulis on lap 16 is P17, 0.6 behind Madwulf GR. Agelos Magoulis passed Madwulf GR for 16. Algerius on lap 16 is 14. 0.5 behind Mr. Yoda. Algerius Alturius passed Mr. Yoda for P13. Giannis Papavensis is third, 0.7 behind Basilis Pernitsis. A. Kologeropoulos is 5th, 2.3 behind Andreas Marcinez. Basilis Pernitsis is P3, 0.1 behind Giannis Papavensis. Mr. Yoda exiting pits. George Pasoulis entering the pits is P8. George Pasoulis is P8. Giannis Papavensis is second, 2.3 ahead of Basilis Pernitsis. Andreas Marcinez is fourth, 0.1 behind Basilis Pernitsis. George Pasoulis is P14, 3.6 behind K. Bavaudas. George Pasoulis exiting pits. Andreas Marcinez is 4th, 0.2 behind Basilis Pernitsis. Andreas Marcinez is now 3rd. Basilis Pernitsis is 6th, 0.1 behind Calcium Source. Matt Wolf GR is P16, 3.0 behind Agelos Magoulis. Basilis Pernitsis on lap 18 is 8th. Basilis Pernitsis exiting pits. Basilis Pernitsis lost 8th to Lazaros Savades. Lazaros Papanikos from Greece is 10th battling Basilis Pernitsis. Lazaros Papanikos is now P9. Lazaros Papanikos lost P11 to Alturius. D. Dotsamauchos entering the pits is first. D. Dotsamauchos is first. Agelos Magoulis on lap 19 is P15, 3.8 ahead of Matt Wolf GR. Dotsamauchos from Greece is 5th, 1.2 ahead of Ilias Iapis. D. Dotsamauchos exiting pits. Giannis Papavensis on lap 20 is P3, 0.4 behind A. Kologeropoulos. Alturius is 11th, 0.3 behind Basilis Pernitsis. Algerius passed Vasilis Pernitsis for P10. Vasilis Pernitsis is 11th. Vasilis Pernitsis passed Algerius for P10. Algerius is 11th, 0.4 behind Vasilis Pernitsis. Vasilis Pernitsis is now second. Algerius from Greece is third. Giannis Papavensis is 11th. Vasilis Pernitsis is third, 0.1 behind Algerius. Vasilis Pernitsis passed Algerius for P2. Algerius is third, 0.4 behind Vasilis Pernitsis. Algerius is now P2. A. Kalogeropoulos from Greece is P11. Matulf GR from Greece is 8th, 3.9 behind Agelos Magoulis. Andreas Marcinis exiting pits. A. Kalogeropoulos exiting pits. Calcium source is 10. K. Bevaudas entering the pits is third. A. Kalogeropoulos is 16, 0.3 behind Andreas Marcinis. Andreas Marcinis from Greece on lap 2 is 15, 0.5 behind Lazaros Savadis. Andreas Marcinis passed Lazaros Savadis for P14. K. Bevaudas is 8th. K. Bevaudas exiting pits. K. Bevaudas lost 9th to Calcium source. A. Kalogeropoulos is 15, 0.5 behind Andreas Marcinis. A. Kalogeropoulos is now P14. Microsamos from Italy is 16. Lazaros Savadis entering the pits is P16. Microsamos passed Lazaros Savadis for P15. A. Kalogeropoulos is 14, 0.3 behind Andreas Marcinis. Lazaros Savadis exiting pits. Diego Aranguren is 16, 1.7 behind Microsamos. Microsamos is P16, 0.1 behind Diego Aranguren. A Kalogeropoulos is 14. Microsamos entering the pits is 16. Giannis Papavenses is P8. Giannis Papavenses passed Matt Wolf GR for P7. George Fasoulis from Greece is P5, 0.9 behind Lazaros Papanikos. Microsamos exiting pits. K.Bevoutis from Greece is P10, 0.3 behind Matt Wolf GR. Matt Wolf GR was 90.3 faster last lap. K.Bevoutis passed Matt Wolf GR for P9. George Fasoulis is 5th, 0.5 behind Lazaros Papanikos. Lazaros Papanikos from Greece is P5. Calcium source is 8, 0.9 behind Giannis Papavenses. Lazaros Papanikos is 5th, 0.6 behind George Fasoulis. Calcium source is P8, 1.2 behind Giannis Papavenses. Lazaros Papanikos is 5th, 1.1 behind George Fasoulis. Calcium source is P8, 1.2 behind Giannis Papavenses. Lazaros Papanikos is 5th, 1.4 behind George Vassoulis. Calcium Source is P8, 1.2 behind Giannis Potavensis. George Vassoulis from Greece is P4, 1.0 behind Vasilis Fernitsis. D. Dotsamauchos from Greece is P11, 1.2 behind Iliasiapis. Calcium Source is 8, 0.5 behind Agelos Megaoulis. Calcium Source passed Agelos Megaoulis for 7th. George Vassoulis is 4th, 0.3 behind Vasilis Fernitsis. Vasilis Fernitsis is 4th. Lazaros Papanikos is P5, 0.5 behind Vasilis Fernitsis. K. Vavoutis is P9, 0.3 behind Agelos Megaoulis. Agelos Megaoulis from Greece is 9, 0.1 behind K. Vavoutis. D. Dotsamauchos is P11, 0.3 behind Iliasiapis. D. Dotsamauchos passed Iliasiapis for 10. Iliasiapis is 11, 0.4 behind D. Dotsamauchos. Agelos Megaoulis is 9, 0.4 behind K. Vavoutis. Agelos Megaoulis is now 9. Agelos Megaoulis lost 10th to Iliasiapis. Lazaros Papanikos is P5. Iliasiapis is P10. Iliasiapis passed K. Vavoutis for 9. Kalogeropoulos is P14, 0.5 behind Matt Wolf GR. A Kalogeropoulos passed Matt Wolf GR for 13. Agelos Mego release is P11, 0.5 behind K.Bevautis. Agelos Mego release passed K.Bevautis for P10. Lazaros Papanikos is 5th, 0.8 behind Vasilis Pernitsis.